Hi guys, welcome to ZIBAKERIZ. Today in this video I'm going to be sharing with you how to create this 2-tier chocolate wrap wedding cake. So we're going to just apply a little bit of buttercream to the board of this 6-inch layered cake and just generously add some chocolate buttercream to the very top, smooth it out, add the second layer and smooth it out. And then we're going to take the last layer of the chocolate cake and flip it over so we get that smooth, even top. Now we're going to add a generous amount of buttercream to the very top and the very sides of the cake. I like to start from the very top and gradually work my way to the very bottom until you can't see any of the cake. And then we're just going to use a scraper and smooth out the sides. This is a crumb coat, so you don't have to worry about the cake showing through. Then we're just going to take a tapered spatula and bring the lip of frosting to the center of the cake. And then we're going to just smooth off the very top with a scraper. Place the cake into the fridge for 10 to 15 minutes. Now we're going to do the same thing for our 8-inch cake round. We're going to add our generous amount of buttercream, and this is the final coat since I've already applied the crumb coat to the cake. Now we're just going to work our way to the sides of the cake, starting from the very top and gradually working our way to the very bottom. And this is our final layer, so we do want to be generous with the buttercream so that when we scrape it off we have smooth, even sides. And now I'm using a bench scraper, smooth it out and fill in any of the gaps, and then smooth it out again until you have smooth, even sides. Now we're going to place the cake into the fridge for 10 to 15 minutes. Now we're going to repeat the same process again on our 6-inch layer cake, adding a generous amount of buttercream to the very top. We're going to smooth it out and then slowly work our way to the sides of the cake. I like to start from the very top and gradually work my way to the very bottom of the cake, filling in any of the gaps. Now using a bench scraper, just smooth out the sides of the cake, leaving the lip of frosting hanging so we can cut it off with a knife. Place the cake into the fridge for 20 minutes. Now that the 8-inch cake layer has time to set, we're now just going to use a hot knife and run it to the very top of the cake and remove any of the excess. Now I'm just adding a generous amount of buttercream to the very top of the cake to smooth it out. Now using a hot tapered spatula, go around the sides of the cake and gradually bring the lip of frosting to the center as well. Now we're going to repeat the same process again on our 6-inch layered cake, running a hot tapered spatula on the sides and smoothing off the very top with a scraper. Now take the 8-inch cake layer out of the fridge, add some buttercream to the very top to act as the glue for our 6-inch cake. Now we're going to close off the seam with some chocolate American buttercream. Keep filling it in until there's no more gaps. Then we're just going to smooth it out with a scraper. And then to clean it up, we're going to use a hot tapered spatula to give it a clean finish. Now for the decorating, place some chocolate into a bowl and place it into the microwave for 10 to 15 seconds until it's all melted. Then put it into a Ziploc bag and snip off the corner. Now we will just create a circular motion to create the design for my chocolate wrap, and I cut the parchment paper to fit as a border for both my top and bottom tier. You're going to keep creating this circular motion until you're happy with how detailed your chocolate wrap is. The more spirals you add, the more detailed and intricate it will look. Once you're happy with how it looks, just let it sit for about 40 to 45 minutes or until the chocolate is no longer shiny but still flexible. Now we're going to carefully take the chocolate wrap and place it all around our 8-inch cake layer. And then just press it in to ensure that it's stuck to the cake. We're going to repeat the same process again for our 6-inch cake layer, pressing it into the cake to ensure it's stuck. And then we're just going to place the cake into the fridge for 10 to 15 minutes. Now we're going to carefully peel back the parchment paper. It comes off very easily. We're going to repeat this again for our 6-inch cake as well, peeling back the parchment paper very slowly and carefully. Now I'm adding some buttercream to the very top of the tier, and this will just ensure that my flowers stick to the cake. I'm using fresh roses, and I'm going to be adding those to each tier of my cake. You could add anything like macarons, even piped buttercream flowers. Now I'm just going to be arranging some leaves into the roses to give it a nice elegant finish. To make this wedding cake a little more elegant, I wanted to add some silver dragées. Carefully place each sprinkle on the chocolate wrap. You don't have to add a lot of pressure on the cake because it will stick on very easily. You could also do this with gold dragées or even with white pearls. We're going to repeat this again on our top tier 6-inch layer cake. I also added a couple of silver dragées on the very top tier to finish it off. And there you have it, an elegant 2-tier chocolate wrap wedding cake. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe since I'll be creating a new cake decorating video each week. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video.